Good evening, everybody. I'm Zach Kidd. You should know that. You're following my stuff here. Uh, wanted to talk to you tonight about a little interesting tidbit that I found online here. I'm rocking behind the HyperX microphone in green mode because we're talking money tonight. I was looking at the stats for the mortgages, and we're going to take a look at that in just a second. But I saw another article, and I went, wait a second. Y'all who are waiting on that market to crash, yeah, you can just sip your champagne and you're not going to spill a drop because,
You almost had it. You gotta be
there
quicker
we
than
go.
that.
See, doing this live. This is about what the crash looks like. It's just the plane cruising over, man. It's smooth sailing. So if you wanted to take advantage of the market crashing, I'm sorry, but
You almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
yeah, you got to be quicker than that. Fun of a live show, man. I totally dig this. So anyhow, rather than me run off at the mouth too much here, let's take a look. We're going to go to the statistics from on mortgages from Freddie Mac. Freddie Mac was chartered by Congress in 1970 to support the U.S. housing and finance system. Basically, they're a secondary market. If you've seen the movie The Big Short, they're the ones who bought the mortgage-backed securities, and then they sell them on a tertiary market. So it's big thinky stuff. Not really a huge deal, but they do provide amazing statistics for mortgages. So we'll take a look over here at the mortgage rates, and you see April 29th of 2021. I mean, we're still rocking 3%, 2.9. I mean, wow, man. If you're in this zone and you bought your house, man, you are happy. We also call this zone the golden handcuffs. That's going to be a different video. But yeah. So you're rocking right up until about December of 2021. Let's see, that's December 3rd. So New Year's of December 2022 is when things started to take off. So we're going to go over here, though. There's a little dip here in August, July and August. And we're going to take a better look at that in just a second in local reference. And then if you notice, that's it right there. Week ending Thursday, October 26, 2023, mortgage rates hit 7.79 or effectively 7.8%. And yeah, that put a chill on the market. I mean, you're talking about a year to go from 3% to pushing 8%. So that really had a chilling effect on the market. And, don't listen to me, listen to somebody else if you want to. Things really slowed down the last quarter of 2023. So we're going to take a look over here at Sun Stats. And I want to go, where did we say that was? Oh, look, right there, high point. And there we go. July 2023, August of 2023. You notice right here, there's a big downward trend. And these are the statistics for the state of Florida. There's a bunch of numbers here. Feel free to peruse them if you want to. If you want to get a copy of this, just let me know. I can also do this for the Bay Area, but it's not quite as informative because there aren't the same number of sales to go off of. But yeah, I mean, if you look over here, November 2020 or October 2023, we were down 5.3% year over year. And that's about in that same time frame. So we lost, a decent chunk of the market movement. Not as much as looking year over year. April, yeah, because that's back when we were looking at those, where is it? Yeah, right there. Like, life was good, man. 4% interest rate. That's still pretty good compared to twice that now, or at least, at the end of October. But this is the important part. It starts to come back down now. Look at that. Now we're down to 6.61 from almost 8. That's a pretty significant drop right there. And that helps spur the market. Obviously, we remember the feeding frenzy that we had back in those 3%, 2.5% mortgage rate days. I mean, that was crazy. and everything was a feeding frenzy. And now that mortgage rates have topped out, at least it looks like that, you can always go back up, but it seems like they've topped out a little bit. Now they're coming back down, and people are like, oh, hey, I can actually afford a little bit more. Let's go shopping. So let's take a look real quickly at the affordability calculator. This is from Cardinal Financial. My good friend Janine Smith over there. This is a product they have. I like it. It's pretty straightforward. Again, I can link to all of this if you want it. But this is the affordability calculator, and I've actually got two of these running side by side right now. This first one, I kept all of the numbers the same. Run down them here really quickly. If you're trying to watch this on a mobile device and it's too small for your screen, I put annual income at $100,000, monthly debts at 0, down payment of $30,000, which is only 8%, but give or take, we're just going to keep the PMI on and make it a decent down payment. Property tax and homeowners insurance, I just left these the same between the two. Interest rate at 7.5%. Actually, let's bump that up to 7.8. Boom. Home affordability. Somebody who's making 100 grand a year, has no debts, and has 30 grand as a down payment at 7.8% interest can afford a $354,000 home. That is not that much buying power. So let's go over here and take a look at what it is with 6.61, which is our current interest rate, at least according to Freddie Mac. Same numbers all the way down the ticker here, and we're at $395,000. So you're looking 40 grand difference in buying power just from those 2 percentage points ish. That's a big deal, especially when you start playing with larger numbers. And just to give you an idea, back in our heyday, let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's go a little crazy. I don't have that one queued up to bring up yet. I will. I promise you, I'm working on it. But let's take this down to just 3% and see what we're talking. $583,000. That's $200,000 of extra buying power from a 3% interest rate versus a 7 or 7.8. That's enormous. And I'm not a numbers guy. That's why I use these tools. It just goes to show that, with the mortgage numbers freeing up a little bit, more and more people will be getting mortgages because they can afford a little bit more. It's not the heyday, but you got a little bit more leeway, especially if you're doing fairly decently. And that's starting to reflect on the market. This is a Yahoo Finance article that just came up. It said that bidding wars are already erupting in some areas of the U.S., which can drive up home prices. Here we go. St. Louis-based Stace Mayfield told Yahoo Finance, "We're still getting bidding wars with anywhere from 20 to 30 offers, though it depends on location and condition." Yeah, that's those feeding frenzy days again. 20 to 30 offers. I mean, mind you, that's St. Louis, and that's now. These people are snowed in, and they're still getting 20 to 30 offers on properties. Wow. Yeah, that's hard to believe. And they're talking about where these things are happening. By contrast, areas with good weather saw an uptick in activity. One agent in Phoenix noted a usual uptick in activity this week. Telling my buyers to get in the market now. Interest rates are lower and competition is low. It's going to pick up in March and prices will start to soar. March is a really hot month here. The weather starts to get better. Look, Florida has elected to only half participate in winter this year. It's still kind of nice out. And with mortgage rates coming down, the weather should, we have a couple of good days per week. Things are going to start picking up. It's already getting hot. Like the market's getting hotter in Phoenix. It's doing crazy in St. Louis right now. So that's going to hurt. Here we go. Can erode affordability. At least 24% of the homes sold in 4 weeks leading up to January 7th sold above list price. So if you're a buyer in this market, yeah, you got a little bit more buying power, but you're going to have to come in over top of what the list price is if it's done correctly. So yeah, this is like, I'm already seeing bidding Come on, there we go. I'm already seeing bidding wars in cities with good job markets. Come on, we got a good job market here. Everybody wants to be here. Generally, how they are houses in good condition at or below the median price point. So if you're thinking about selling, let's say fair market value on your house right now is, let's call it 400,000. That's yeah, we'll call it 500,000. That's a little bit more reasonable for our area. If you price them at say 450 or 475, then feeding frenzy. Which should overbid. Now, on the other hand, if you're pricing it at 450, of course you're going to sell it for over list price because you get a $500,000 house. So there's a little bit of gamification here, but it's something to be aware of. And if you're a buyer, this is what you're going to have to compete with. If you want to get started your buying process, you should do it now. Because things do traditionally heat up around late February, going into March and April. Everybody's got their tax returns, got a little bit more money, and the weather's nice. Everybody wants to get out. So anyhow, yeah, demand is going to depend on mortgage rates. We already talked about that. Within the last 3 months, mortgage rates have plunged more than a full point to a low. So yeah, this is becoming a big deal. And I want you to be aware of it. And if you're thinking about selling right now, I'm not going to tell you to hold off until March or April, but if you're not already primed and ready to have a sign stuck in your front yard, photos up, and like things ready to go, if you're thinking about doing it this year, you need to get your process started now. This is not something I'm going to go really into depth on this video with. But I do want you to be aware of it. Like the time to start is now. Start getting ready. If you're not entirely sure though, I do have a great product for you. It's linked in the descriptions. Hopefully that worked right. But I don't know. I'm still learning with all of this. But this is HomeBot. It allows you to see your value of your home minus what your mortgage is. So it gives you a good idea of what your net equity is. It's not 100% perfect. It's based on public records, but it is updated, and I venture to say quite a bit more accurate than Zillow. We don't like to talk about Zillow. The A in Zillow stands for accuracy. It's a running joke. Anyhow, let's see if anybody said anything over here on the chat. I don't know if anybody's even in here, but what the heck. Let me go back over. Chat box. Hey, look, absolutely. Oh, hey, here we go. We got a couple here. Oh, somebody wants to offer me a promotion on my channel. Thanks, Parched Strawberry. No. Oh, DeCarlo said, oh, you can't hear me. Oh, no. What do you mean you can't hear me? Ah, dang it, man. I hope it's going. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But if not, I'm so sorry for doing this and not being able to hear. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. I don't know why my chat isn't showing over in my chat box either. Technical problems. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get out of here because it is 7:30 at night. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hopefully y'all got some information out of this that's worthwhile. And I'll catch you in the next one.